Actors. I'm Abrielle.
I'm Maria.
And I'm Sandy.
And we're going to be getting into NF again. So we're moving on to his therapy session album.
Ooh,
and
I need that.
This is his intro too. It's really good. It has a lot of references in it. You'll just see.
Okay, we'll see.
Listen, hear.
Oh my God, jungle.
It's not.
That's not jungle.
That's not a jungle.
What is that?
It's like
Trees.
It's like a forest area. Like woods, maybe. Woods?
woods. Yeah, I would say woods.
The goat. The brightness is still down. Okay.
Just turn it up then.
Thank you for the permission.
They said the second record could be tricky. Well, that's kind of funny, cause I am not tripping. My fans, they know what it is and they with me. Yeah, I ain't the type that's gonna ride with the semi. I came from a town with 3 lights in no city. Out there doing shows for nothing but pennies. When I leave the stage, they never forget me. Mansion was a glimpse of my life. I'll let you see what it's like to be in my head. People ask me what I think I'd be doing if it was in music. I'd rather be dead. You know what I said? That was like me at a 3. You don't want to see me at 10, or maybe you do. I promise if that is the case, and that is what you're gonna looking for music with watered down lyrics. I promise that you need to go somewhere else. And if you want somebody to tell you everything that you want to hear, I won't be in the house. This song's familiar. I think I heard it before. Yeah, I made it myself. I left the door open to come in my mansion, but I never said it's a beautiful house. So I sit on the porch, look at my windows and stare at my door. They ask me if I'm gonna kill this record. I love in their face and I ask them, do you see the blood on the floor? He said it again. And if it's crazy, he's bad for the kids. He never talks about nothing but him. My face says he's kind of a D. Well, you need to get some new friends. I'm as shit as he gets. Till I get on the stage and flip on a switch. And I go to a place where nobody is. If you bring on my name in a song, there's something that you will regret. When the line you I remember the shows when no one was there. I remember the shows when nobody cared. Some people in front of me laughing like he isn't going nowhere. It's funny now, isn't it? This type of life isn't how I envisioned it. This type of life, it just ain't how I pictured it. I'm in the back of the tour, but trying to face to my family is different. Done what you think it is. Write a review, tell me what you think it is. Give me 3 stars and call me an idiot. But to be honest, it don't make a difference. I know some people don't get it, but you have no into the therapy session. If you don't like music that's personal, I have no clue what your people are doing. And might as well throw out the record. I'm pull up a chair, I track in my music like nobody's there. Only person I judge is the one in the mirror. And lady, he ain't doing well. I don't need y'all in my ear. I'm tired of hearing it. You call it music, I call it my therapist. See people telling me I have been carrying way too much baggage, I need to take care of it. I know she's right, but man, it's embarrassing. Music has raised me more than my parents did. Take out a picture of us and I stare at it. Who am I kidding? You probably ain't hearing this. Show me an artist you wanna compare me with. You put us both on the track, I'ma bury him. Give me the shovel, it's about to get scarier. None of you wanted with rap, you staring at. I see you got beats, but where are the lyrics? And if it's the logo, you know I've been wearing that. Come to my show and be sitting there very bad. I call you out in the crowd like there he is. Thought I'd be happy, feels like I'm cursed. It's hard to be clean when you play in the dirt. You gave me this place to go when I'm hurt. I thought it'd get better, but it's getting worse. And I got nobody to blame when I work. Like 24/7, I ain't been to church. And Satan keep calling me, he tryna flirt. I hang up the phone, these are more than just words. I drive on the highway and listen to mansion. I look up to God like, when did this happen? Yelling with all of my fans to wake up. I feel like I haven't. I get emotional, I didn't plan this. I'm doing things I never imagined. I'm sorry, but I gotta leave. I don't wanna be late for my therapy session.
Wow, that's pretty powerful.
I'm looking forward.
There's a lot said in there.
I know, right?
A lot said in there. Like a lot.
Yeah.
In like
He referenced
3
Wake
minutes
Up.
and 16 seconds.
Yeah.
For real.
Like a
And
lot.
he references the other album.
He does. Yeah, he does. So the songs in his other album, he talked about Mansion. He reveals that the mansion isn't a beautiful place that he's inviting people into, as you could see by the. It was all broken and taped up because it's in the mansion represents his mind. So he's saying his mind's not a beautiful place.
Yeah.
And then he also mentioned how music raised him more than his parents did.
Yeah.
So how this really he would rather be dead without music.
Right.
So this is something that really saved him.
Yeah, and I like how he put it in there. Now let's get ready for a therapy session. I'm looking forward to the, what is it called, therapy?
Therapy Session is the album.
Album name.
There's some pretty intense songs in that one.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
No, I know. After
Right?
the intro,
Yeah.
it looks like
That's
it's going to
awesome.
be
There's a lot going on.
roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah. And it's cool, too, how he's saying how he thought it was going to be, he's supposed to be happy, but he feels like he's cursed. And he's talking about these emotions. Like, it was supposed to be better, and he's grappling with all this, how he's, like, screaming with his fans to wake up. He feels kind of almost hypocritical because he hasn't done it yet himself. So he's
good.
You know, keeping it real.
Yeah. That's what I like about him. He's real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He talks about really realistic. Well, obviously it's his life he's talking about, but I feel like in this day and age, us youth, like at least my age, can really relate to him to a very personal level. Yeah. I mean, y'all, if you watch NF reactions on our channel, you know how deep I get into it. Yeah. Like I'm zoning out at points because it truly ends up making you think about like, wait, is this really how it was? Is this really like it truly questions your entire existence? Yeah. Okay, you end up questioning the entire thing. And I think that's what I like about NF. I feel like, me personally, I'm going to speak for myself. I feel like it's not that I'm not healed from trauma or anything. I feel like for me, it's that I know I have it. And, you know, humor is how I cope. But I feel like with him, he like scratches that trauma back. Yeah. He truly does. And like ask her, I'll like text her 2 days later. I'm like, so when he was saying this, like it truly, I'm telling you, it's almost like my wounds get dug up again. But I don't mind it because I feel like I've always I've never processed it. And I just like, well, whatever, move on, live your best life. But no, that's not it. I do need therapy. Let's be real.
Well, we're going to the therapy
That's
session.
Why I'm looking forward to
So
it.
this is an intro to his album, right?
Yes, therapy session.
Did he have an intro to his other albums too? His other stuff? Like, do artists usually do this?
Yeah, they usually have not all the time.
Okay.
But some of the times they will have an intro and they'll have sometimes an outro, and then sometimes they'll have
an outro.
Yeah. And sometimes they'll have, it just depends on the artist.
All these terms.
And sometimes it just depends on the artist and how they want the journey of their album to be, because they're most of the time telling a story or trying to tell a story. And so he's introing the story and he's bridging the gap between the last album and then this album as well. So he's setting our mindsets on the journey to therapy session.
Okay.
And then the outro would be, if there is an outro, would be kind of like a wrap up, like a finale, kind of like the introduction paragraph and then the conclusion.
Okay.
But in the conclusion, does he ever like foreshadow of the upcoming stuff, or it's just
everything
like a complete
will
conclusion?
be most of his stuff is connected. So you'll see there was stuff written on the walls.
Yeah.
That foreshadows.
Yeah.
Stuff.
That's
what I'm saying.
Like, how does he even think like that?
It's just all
like, how does he think like that? Like, to think, you know, I'm gonna add this for this, and like, that is a lot to like. That's like
kind of speaking
what
back
an artist,
to his
you know?
Notepad
yeah,
song.
because this connected to Mansion, so that's interconnected as well, and he managed to connect a lot of the other songs in the theme. So just foreshadowing, he told us about this mansion, and in the picture it kind of looked like a nice mansion, like it looked like a mansion. But then he was like, psych, I never said it was a beautiful place. Or like
it's torn apart basically, which is his mind. I feel like kind of back to what Sandy was saying, how like how does he come up with it? It probably goes back to his notebook song,
right? True.
Where he writes the stuff and he probably tries to put it together in a realistic way, number one, and number two, he probably tries to put it in a way where he makes sure it connects.
It's like cohesive.
Yes, it's like putting a puzzle piece together.
Yeah.
Like consistently, and it's like this huge picture of his whole life now.
But that's so like
creative.
Even there's got to be a bigger word than that.
genius.
Kind of, right?
Creative genius.
Creative genius. No, seriously.
No, the creativity is there. And then I also like how his videos are. They're not too much, but they say so much.
Right. Well, because I could pay attention to because you know when they're rapping, I always can't follow. But when I can read it and I don't have to pay attention to the video so much, I can feel it more.
It's easier. I'm excited for some therapy.
Yeah, we all can use some therapy.
Hey,
all of us can.
Y'all ready for this therapy session? I don't know if y'all ready.
I don't know.
I don't know. I say
Depends
I am,
on my mood.
but I'm probably not.
Am I gonna cry? Am I gonna get angry? Like, what's going on?
I'm not gonna say anything.
I'm sure it's gonna dig up some wounds for me, for sure. Some of those bandages are gonna be like, ripped right off.
That's good.
I think that next song is therapy session.
Oh, he did. He kept saying it. Let's go into therapy session.
It's the he has a track therapy session, and then that's also the name of the album as well. Yep, therapy session is next.
Okay.
I'm really looking forward. At the same time, like, do I really want the Band-Aid ripped off? I think I do. Well, thank you. Really looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, like, comment, subscribe.
Bye.
Bye.